Hi, my name is Jeremy, and today's topic is tourism. Machu Picchu is one of the most visited places in the world. In Peru, 4 millions of tourists per year comes to Peru to visit many places here, and more than 1 million goes to Machu Picchu. It's a big quantity of earning that it can produce. Also, I have divided this in two ways. We have domestic tourism and international tourism. Let's go. Now, when you do domestic tourism, it's composed by activities of residents going to their own country, less than 12 months for vacation, work, and many things. Also, we have Huacho, we have Piura, we have Titicaca Lake, the Misibuga. Also, we have international tourism. What about this? We have the Christ the Redeemer, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, Eiffel Tower. There are many places that you can get it and you will have a good experience there. It is when you go out to the country, like in France, in Italy, in Brazil, and there are a lot of them. Yeah, as you know, there are good things and bad things. We will start with pros of tourism. Now we have economy. What about that? In economy, we have infrastructure. Business companies finance these kind of places because they are rural places. So you can go there because it's really difficult. So they need to make a place attractive for tourists. So they make roads, they make streets to tourists goes there. Also, we have more opportunities to get a job because as you know, you have infrastructure, you need people to work there. So it's important to make jobs for them. Also, we have earnings. More than 3% of the GDP it comes from tourism. Culture. What about that? We have folklore music. It's really known for all the world that it's really beautiful and you can see it and you get it many hours if you want. We have we have restoration in these places that, as I mentioned, business companies need to repair this kind of places, restore and make an innovation for these places. So they create jobs and generate many things to get it attractive for all the public, especially for tourism.
You
Finally,
like
we
also.
have the environment. What about that? In environment, we have the police. Why the police? Because Alto Mayo Forest 2 years ago were protected because they discovered that there were a lot of illegal hunters, so they need to protect it, and it was a big challenge for the government. And another, by the other hand, we have being conscious. What about that? Because people need to know why it's important the environment, and also it's important for their money because they need a job that it provides and generates. So they need to maximize the culture, maximize the quality of life that they have. But as you know, not all the things are good. Also, we have cons. First, we have economy. In economy, we have a local inflation. The last time that I went to Mancora it was really expensive to buy a bottle of water because one cost around $3, but you can get it here for $1. So if that's expensive for me, can you imagine how expensive it for that people? And also it goes to social inequality. In here, as you know, in Peru is a poor country, but rich people can get more things. But what about poor people? They can, and these places it's more difficult for them. So the government have to take care about this kind of situation because it's almost impossible to live. So about the culture, we have new diseases. People comes from other countries, and we don't know how much damage they have in their body, and we can take care about that in our hospital because it's because it's a little expensive and really difficult to do it. So as you know, in these tourist parts of the country, there are a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, and things that makes damage to you. Also, we have loss of our identity. We need to regulate it because a lot of people think that American people is better than us, but that's not true. I'd like to focus here because we know and we have to be glad about being Peruvians. So we need to improve that and be glad of this. Finally, we have the environment. The environment, we have trash in the beach, because I know that we need to restore these kind of places because there are a lot of damage here. We have enough structure to do many things to provide a good service, but we don't take care about that. Even the tourists don't do it because they think that they are in another place and they don't need to take care about that. But that's not true because the government won't take care about everyone. To be conscious. Also, the infrastructure is good to restore places, but what about the restoring makes damage to the environment, to the nature? So we have seen many things like that in the past, like deforesting forests, even in the other hand, we have illegal hunting. By Andina, Peru, it was known that there are less than 6,000 of this kind of species, so it's really important to take care about it. So it makes damage to the chain food so that it can affect to us, so it can break a really big part of the nature. In conclusion, we need to focus in a balance of the nature and the economy because we need to the nature to breathe, but we need to the economy to live. So we need to maximize our possibilities, but taking care about everything that around us. That's it.